Hey, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Wayne Stanford here again with the B2B Network. Today's episode is on the book Sell Like Crazy, the chapter being Think Like a Billionaire. So Sam, our commentator, is going to review that chapter. So here he is without further ado. Take it away, Sam.
Hey Wayne, thanks. As we continue our review of the book Sell Like Crazy, we are now in the chapter Think Like a Billionaire. Mr. Suby makes it clear that if you want to become a billionaire, you have to think like one, but do not think like the ones who inherited the billions, but the ones who were self-made. Suby cites the billionaire, John Paul DeJoria, who slept in his car and sold shampoo door-to-door before teaming up with Paul Mitchell in 1980, and turning $700 into John Paul Mitchell Systems, a company that currently does $1 billion in annual sales. It is very interesting to learn that DeJoria does not have an email address or own a smartphone, but managed to build $2 billion businesses without ever using these two technologies. Mark Ford, who went from $100,000 in debt to a net worth of $240 million, says one of the biggest reasons why most businesses never lift off is because of an obsession with little chores. Those little chores, he states, keep us busy but don't make us any money, and even lose us money. Suby asks us the basic question of how we spend our time. Do we feel overwhelmed and overworked because of trivial activities that causes us to lose valuable customers and revenue? He states we must focus on the work that produces revenue and steering our ship. Suby explains the money in business isn't in your product or service, it is in the selling of your product or service. Again, he states we are in the business of marketing, and marketing is the key to making our business thrive. To be a successful marketer, we must understand and focus on that market and our prospects. Suby cites the 80-20 rule that should be studied in his book, but he narrows down the activities that produce revenue. Here is his list: writing sales copy, coming up with offers and promotions, creating sales funnels, shooting videos, doing webinars, scheming and plotting. So, Wayne, it becomes apparent that many of us must change our way of spending time. Time is not a renewable resource, and once we waste an hour, that hour is history, never to be available again. It is so easy to get caught up scrolling through social media, chatting on the phone, working on tasks that have no bearing on producing revenue. One of the things that challenges me is trying to figure out what the customer really wants. I guess I am not alone, because as I looked at a list of business blunders, it seems to be one of the biggest marketing challenges we all face. Here is just one example of two executives for Decca Records that told the Beatles that they would not sign the group because four-piece groups with guitars were finished. The Beatles then went over to EMI Records, and well, we know the rest of the story. As we close out this episode, I am pumped to dive into his next chapter, that is titled, How to Sell Like Crazy. And Wayne, if I see you spending too much time on social media that is not related to marketing, I will pull the fire alarm as a reminder to stop wasting time and go make some sales, as my kids need new shoes. Back to you, Wayne.